Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Global Cap FX. Thank you so much for all of you guys who have hit me up asking when I'm going to be putting up the next video. I have just been super busy with all of the things and all of the goals that I have for the company and just getting things prepared. So when it comes time to truly launch off, that we are 100% ready for you so that you can ultimately just secure the bag from many different angles as quickly as possible because at the end of the day that's what I want for you guys. So yeah, again, so sorry I haven't been on, sorry I haven't made any content on my YouTube channel in a while, but if you haven't, please follow me at on my personal page, addicted to the number 2 addicted to the game. And then my Instagram is GlobalCapFX. Make sure to follow me on there. While I was away, I was pretty active there for the most part, and that's definitely a good way to stay in touch. If you haven't heard the news, the Global Cap FX online course will be launching in a week, and there will be a flash sale, you guys. But before the flash sale, I'm going to go ahead and put this link in the description. It'll take you to a free 30-minute webinar of me showing my full-on strategy on how I like to trade in the market so that you can learn, from a general standpoint, how it works. What I want to do today is get into a little piece of it, show you guys a little something, right? That you can apply into your technical analysis so that you can become more profitable, reduce your risk, maximize your reward. That's the goal, okay? Again, real quick, next week it's going to launch. You're going to have full access to the library of videos on my course. You're going to have lifetime access to those videos, by the way. You're going to have access to me through my Discord chat. You're going to have access to one-on-one availability for me. So, if you want to have one-on-one sessions with me, that is possible. You can send me a message and we can set that up if that's what you prefer. Also, you can take a look at my trading ideas from a day to day. I will share my ideas every single day of where I'm looking to trade. And if you would like to mirror those, again, that's up to you. I'm not a financial advisor. So, like some people say, don't sue me, don't get me into trouble because I'm not advising you on anything. I'm simply just showing you my ideas for strict entertainment, you know what I'm saying? And it just so happens to make me money. So if you want to mirror it, by all means, go ahead. So you'd have access to that as well. And on top of that, anything that I put into that course from there on going out, you would have access to that for life. So $100, guys. It'll only be $100 for the first month, which is the last month of this year, 2021. January, the second week of January, it'll go up to $500. So I highly urge you, okay, take advantage of this opportunity to grab onto something that should be charged more. It should cost more to get access to, but because I really want to help you guys succeed, I really want to help establish the foundation for you when it comes to day trading. I want to establish that. I want to get the bones situated before we get into the meat. Well, the vegan meat, because I'm vegan. But yeah, the bones. We got to get the bare bones first, right? We got to establish that. So I want to give you guys the opportunity to get your hands on that. I know times are, they're pretty rough right now in the economy all around the world. And for just $100, you'll have lifetime access to all of my tools. So take advantage of that. Now, let's go ahead and get into it, guys. So what I want to talk about today is they're called order blocks, okay? Order blocks are ultimately it's another word for engulfing candles. Another word for candle rejection. It's another word for a springboard even, right? Springboards. Springboards are ultimately their market financial institutions that throw heavy amounts of money into the market to go into the opposite direction of where it truly wants to go so that it can collect as many stop losses as possible before going off into its true direction. So for example, if we were looking at this right here, okay? If we were looking at this, we would say that the ultimate resistance was right there. Let me go ahead and rewind it really quick, okay? Ultimate resistance right there. You have your demand zone, which in this case would be roughly right here. Now, again, what price likes to do before it goes off in its true direction, you can see here that price gave you a sign, right, of a higher high. You had subsequent higher highs right here. Okay. Now, price is going to come down, right? Some people would get into trades right here thinking that this was opportunity to get in. But what markets like to do is that they like to go back to the supply zone. They like to go back, take out people's stop losses before going off into the true direction. So here's what it did. Came back into the demand zone that we anticipated. Again, we have our ultimate low right here. But again, what price likes to do is it likes to protrude everything. It likes to just, it wants to take all of your stuff. Again, fooled some people with buys right here, putting a stop loss right at this low right here. All right, and then it wicked off, right? And then if I went into the 15-minute, you can see here that it wicked off and then closed above this line here too, right? And then on top of that, it created an order block, retesting another order block. Now, an order block, again, is an overextension, and it's also a candle rejection. So as you can see with these two candles here, it's not always a candle rejection. Sometimes it's a combination of like 3 or 4 candles, but if you went into another time frame, it would ultimately be 2 candles, right? So in this situation, it's 3 candles, right? This right here is an order block. You could even say, you could even bring it up here into this area right here. Now you come back over here. My computer is moving like a fucking snail, and I don't know why. Do I have anything else open? I don't think so. Let me zoom out. There we go. All right, so, and then right here, lo and behold, what did it do? It made another order block right there. So we would let it play out. So price has an ultimate high right here. Creating somewhat of a supply zone right here. I don't even remember what this played out like, but yeah. So as you can see here, price set up, made a push up, had a rejection candle, came back up into this area, actually made some newer highs right here, and then followed by another set of candles that rejected each other, and then price again wicked off right here, and then started making its descent down. Okay. Now, as far as targets are concerned, usually what the market would like to do is that it'll either go to another order block or it'll go to an area where an impulse happened, but did not have any type of correction within it. So as you can see in this area right here, there are absolutely no wicks, none. There are no wicks whatsoever. So this could be an area where price would like to make some liquidity, which means ultimately press down even further, create some wicks, and then that's where you would go into the 1 minute, 15 minute, and start looking for higher lows, some type of a formation that says, okay, strength is starting to convert and start making a push to the upside. So let's see what happens. We have another order block right here that it could potentially entertain right there. Okay, now let's see where we're at right here. Came and tapped this. I ended up being wrong about my initial order block, but look, what did I say about earlier about financial institutions liking to protrude resistance lines, protrude everything, right? And then finally make its move. So that's exactly what it did here. Okay. We're still waiting for another push down potentially. We would consider the fact that there was some resistance right here, so we'll entertain that, see if it's able to break through that area. Okay, we're back here. And then what I would do is I would go into the 1 hour because this is a lot of information, a lot of candles that are being printed out here. And you would kind of see where you're at, okay? What I see here is that at the moment, price hasn't really shown me any signal of a down move yet. And the reason why I say that is because price hasn't truly made an impulse and then came back up to retest an order block. So I'm still waiting for something like that to show. Okay. Now it broke through, came back, rejected. All right, there we go. So there's your order block right there. That's it. Right here. This is the true one. All right. So if we're looking for a down move, we're gonna wait for it to come back into this zone. If it didn't do it already, let's see. Okay, it might have done it right here actually. So in the 15 minute, if you were to catch this in the 15 minute and see that it broke through and then made a little hover action right here, you would get into a sell. Put your stop loss above this, which is about 20 pips, 25 pips if you want to be conservative, and then you would ride it out. Okay, so let's go back to the 1 hour. Okay, so now what I see here is that price is going to be looking to continue to the upside. And the reason why I say that is because this push down was actually a retest of of another order block area right here, another demand zone. Let me go ahead and clear this up a little bit. So when I said earlier about price coming back down into impulse areas that didn't have any type of correction, so I was referring to this area right here, and then also you have a demand zone right here that is held true. So it pushed up, gradually made some higher highs, made a retest of this general area here. So I'm gonna look for it to make another push next week to the upside. It does show some promise until I actually see you know a legit push, retest, and then it'll start making things like this. Okay, and then your push to the downside. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and take a look at another one. Again, it's really all about supply demand, locating those order block areas. Order blocks again, um, you know, they're overextensions, and usually those order blocks overextend back into a supply zone or demand zone in this case, because we're on an uptrend. Or it'll go to another order block that was previously made. So this right here, without even having to zoom in too hard, right? That's an order block. Oops. So I encourage you to simply just locate order block areas that can serve as an opportunity for you to enter the market. Okay. Even this right here was an order block. And then just locate these. This is one confirmation that can help you. You know, and the next confirmation would be a retest of the previous order block. Okay. So, you know, break to the upside, a long correction, made two impulsive candles down to the downside here. So anybody that thought it was still going on a buy and they moved their stop losses up to this area, immediately got taken out, their stop losses. And then the market decides to make another push, like an impulse candle up, and then came back down again. So anybody that was on a sell and then had stop losses up here above this area got taken out. So that's more money that got grabbed. Okay. And then ultimately price came back into this area where we had our order block printed out over in this area and then made an impulse candle. And then that third candle right here made a small correctional wick, which took up about almost half of this impulse candle. And for those of you guys who like using the Fibonacci tool, you know, the 50% marker. So if you were to take this impulse candle and just take 50% of that, that's part of what smart money is as well, is locating where price is going to correct to. And a good rule of thumb is the 50% marker of the last, in this case, candle going down. So I would mark this candle, this last candle going down here, and then go all the way down to the bottom of that candle. And I'll drag it across. And as you can see here, price came down, corrected it, and then made a push. So again, order blocks are overextensions. They usually go down to other order blocks that were created in the past before pushing off to the upside. If they don't correct to the order block, they usually simply just correct back into areas where price did not see any correction. So in between these two lines here, there were no wicks on this candle right here, no wicks. So price came into that area and then pushed back off. Let's see. This last candle, this is the last down move candle. So I would make that, I would set that as a potential demand zone as well. And then if you look right here as well, you can see that ironically that's where another impulsive candle took place. So price impulsed here and then came back down, impulsed here, and then it made a correctional wick. It wicked off in this area and then made another impulse right there. And then you have it. You're off to the races. Okay. So as I continue to, improve the verbiage of being able to teach you this, I will implement it into the online course. Right now, my online course, if you watch that free webinar that I have down in the description, you'll be able to see what my strategy consists of right now, which is mainly higher lows, lower highs, higher lows, higher highs, lower lows, lower highs. Okay. Supply and demand, and then ultimate resistance, ultimate support. Locating those areas, and then looking for confirmations once you get into that zone. Okay. Once I solidify this order block strategy and implement it into the supply and demand, I'll pop it into the online course, which it'll probably be on there in the next 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, and you will be able to implement it on your own. Also, you'll have access to me on the Discord chat because, again, at the end of the day, I just want to be able to create a simple strategy that anybody could duplicate. Anyone, no matter if you're a day new or you're 4 years in, you have the strategy, but you're not really that profitable. So what you would need to do is that you would need to unlearn certain things and then be able to implement these simple strategies so that you can become more profitable, reduce your risk, maximize your reward. That's my goal for you, okay? So again, supply demand, order blocks, ultimate support, ultimate resistance price lines, okay? The market makers, the financial institutions, they like to overextend beyond these price lines, beyond these supply and demand zone areas, and they like to make it another order block, which usually is a retest of another order block, which is another retest of another order block, or an area where price didn't see any correction. It was just a strong impulse, no wicks. So price needs to come back up, wick off into the area, start making lower highs, right? So start making lower highs and then make its descent. Let me see, I can't find it right now. It's right here. No, it's right here. No, it's right here. Where is it? Where's the path? I don't know. But all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video off short. I know it was actually quite long, but I wanted to get into some more detail. But now that I'm back, okay, I will definitely start just throwing in more videos, right? I want to help you guys get more comfortable to my teaching strategy, get more comfortable with my overall trading strategy, so that at the end of the day, I don't want you guys to depend on me. I want you guys to be able, ladies and guys, excuse me. I want you all to be self-sufficient. I was raised in a household where there were nothing but women, right? And when it came to learning how to be a man, like I was raised in the hood, so I had to figure it out. I had to ask questions. I had to talk to people who I looked up to, talk to people who had what I wanted, talk to people who knew what they were doing and had the proof to back it up, and then be humble enough to ask them. It's like I had to figure it out. But now that I'm here and I have this knowledge, like I want to be able to, I want to be that guide. Okay, I would like to be that resource that you can depend on, that will help you become self-sufficient yourself, like people helped me do when I was younger. So if you guys have any questions, please send me a DM on Instagram. And you can leave a comment on this YouTube video as well. Let me know if you liked it. Let me know if you didn't. And yeah, man, I will see you on the next video. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you later.